you lot, how's it going? As the title suggests, today we're looking at drawing facial expressions. It's not something I've practiced a lot, but since my focus at the moment is to learn new things, I thought why not give it a go. It's really important, I think, to have a wide range of facial expressions in your drawing repertoire. Most of us stick to that standard neutral face, which is fine. It's probably what you're going to use the most, to be honest. But whenever it comes to drawing something with a bit of action or a bit of emotion or something with a story behind it, you're never really going to be able to convey that without a few different expressions under your belt. So for reference today, I went to DeviantArt. There are so many of these facial expression sheets that people really generously make and publish for artists to use. So I'll leave the one that I used linked below. But yeah, I wanted to go for some really varied ones. You'll have seen I started out really quickly by just drawing some quick head shapes around the page to give me a template of where each face would be, just so they wouldn't all be running into each other. Then I started out with just a plain side view as a sort of warm-up, since that's something I'm relatively confident with. I do a really quick light sketch first just to get the gist of the different shapes and things where I want them to be, and once it looks right I'll go in with a heavier hand to give darker, more confident lines. I'm not at the point yet where I feel like I can really stylize this kind of thing. These drawings are more just observational. I haven't learned enough about facial expressions to have a good enough foundation to really exaggerate things or put a twist on it, but since I do always work quite quickly with my preliminary lighter sketches, and I tend to keep things either quite angular or just like simple shapes, I do think that helps to make things look a little bit more stylized, I guess. That's just my way of laying out a drawing anyway, so I think since I always use the same approach, the finished piece will end up looking like something I've drawn, if you know what I mean. So one tip that I can give you that I picked up during this practice is when drawing mouths in weird positions, or any positions really, I found it helps to start with the inside of the mouth, the inside shape, and then add the lips after. So even if the mouth is shut, you would draw the line in the middle where the lips meet, obviously making sure the line is the right shape or angle or whatever to convey whatever expression you're trying to convey, and then add the lips in around it. And yeah, that's been really effective for me. Let's see, what else can I talk about? Okay, let me try and answer another anonymous ask I got on Tumblr. So to paraphrase, the person basically said, is it ever too late to pursue art or get into an art school? They are 20 with no prior education or knowledge, but they're passionate and can't imagine doing anything else in life. I mean, listen, I'm not an expert on anything, okay? I'm not a careers advisor. I only know my own personal experiences, so don't take my word as the gospel. All I know is, even though I've been drawing since I was little, I've never had any proper training. All I knew is that this has consistently been what I wanted to do in life, so I took the steps to make that happen, and I'm still taking the steps to make that happen. I mean, I know it's not that simple, trust me, because we all have financial or economic factors and social factors as well that can stop us from pursuing things, but like, you can come up with a plan that works for you. If the goal is art school, then learn about what it takes to put together a portfolio, look into the schools you'd be interested in going to and see what requirements they have, see if you can get in contact with someone that's been there and find out what steps they took to get in. If it's going to cost money, then start saving. It might take years to save up, but as long as you've got an achievable plan in place, you're working towards what you want and you'll get there eventually. And in the meantime, you could be working on building your knowledge and your skills. I actually want to talk about that in more detail, you know, being self-taught or studying, or even just learning more about art. So let me know if you'd want to hear more about that kind of thing. I'm probably going to do a video on it very soon. So yeah, hopefully the person that asked that question is watching, but I think this could really apply to anyone who's not sure about pursuing anything. It's never too late, okay? I always just think to myself, what's the alternative? Live the rest of your life thinking, I could have at least tried. Anyway, we are coming to the end of the video. Didn't expect to end up preaching, but here we are. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you all in my next one. Bye.